What is up, my friends? We are back with the late night news roundup where we hope we're going to give you all the information you need to keep you up to date with where we are in this summer's transfer window. We're going to be discussing a great shout from our chat on a potential striker, the very latest on our pursuit of Florian Wirtz and how that has pretty much reached its conclusion. One that Bayern Munich fans aren't going to like for many reasons, more on that to come. Then we're going to tell you where we are with the pursuit of Milos Kerkez and how soon he may become a Liverpool player, as well as some other interesting bits and pieces, including some charges heading the way of some clubs in the Champions League. So you know the score. Once you've watched the video, let us know your thoughts in the comment section. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, don't forget to hit that like button. You'll notice as well in the description of this video that we now have a WhatsApp channel to keep you up to date with all the latest news. We hope you'd like to follow us on there. If you do, we hope we keep you informed. Until then, let's get cracking with the news. So, we're going to start off with a bit of an update from Sky around João Pedro of Brighton. We've been linked with him for a while, and I've seen prices go from 30 million to 60 million to 100 million, back down to 40 million. But now what we know is there's a bit of a battle there because Newcastle, the latest club to declare an interest in signing him. Sky say that they have a strong interest in the Brighton player. Liverpool have been linked in the past, but they do say they're unsure whether we end up making a bid. For me, I think there are better options out there, and one came from the chat. Now, I'm not trying to say this is a genuine link, but it's a great shout. So one of the viewers tonight said to us that their friends over in Saudi said, keep an eye on John Duran and Liverpool. Now, again, I don't know if this is just complete guesswork, but it isn't a bad shout. We do know that John Duran obviously went over to Saudi from Aston Villa, and I would love the idea of Liverpool trying to bring him back in. Now, again, this is just chatter at the minute, but it's a great shout. And let me know in the comments, would you take John Duran? Yes, we all want Isak. Yes, we all want Alvarez. But it doesn't look like they're attainable. At least Julian Alvarez doesn't. Atletico Madrid came out today once again reiterating that they have no desire to lose Alvarez. And as much as I'd love him, I do think I might have to admit defeat on that one. Milos Kerkez, let's talk about him a little bit. So, by the way, he did like Florian Wirtz's post on Florian Plettenberg. So, you know, and if you haven't seen it, Florian Wirtz absolutely buried Florian Plettenberg by basically accusing him of lying about asking for the number 10 shirt. He said he never did, and he respects players and their shirts. So, you know, read from that what you will, but I already like him even more. Now, we'll move on to talk about the numbers that he's going to be paid and why it'll annoy Bayern Munich fans in a moment, but let's keep going here on the Milos Kerkez update. So, Gianluca Di Marzio now said that the Cherries are looking at 3 potential fullback options to replace him. We already know that they brought in Julio Soler from Lanús in Argentina. Now, there's a player from Feyenoord, one from Marseille, and another one, I think, from Ron that they're looking at as potential left-back options. So, again, we're seeing Milos Kerkez will become a Liverpool player. I don't know if there's been a breakthrough on the number in that deal, but Kerkez, Frimpong, Wirtz, like we've said, will all be Liverpool players very soon. Which one's going to be first? I think it'll be Wirtz, but let's wait and see. Frimpong obviously already signed up and is a Liverpool player. Now, let's get on to the part that Bayern Munich fans aren't really going to like, because he's going to earn less money, Wirtz, at Liverpool than he would have at Bayern Munich. How nice is that to hear, by the way? He didn't really mind about the numbers financially. He wanted the best football project. Now, he will be paid handsomely. We'll talk about that in a second. But it is always lovely to hear that it was the football project, the vision sold to him by Arne Slot and Liverpool, that made his eyes light up and the reason he chose to come to Liverpool. So this piece from Bild said Florian Wirtz is not expected to become the top earner at Liverpool. That will remain being Mohamed Salah. Wirtz is expected to earn between 16.8 and 18.5 million pound a year, which is about 325 to 359,000 pound. Now, last night we did say we think 315 was roughly the numbers we were hearing. Obviously, we seem to be a little bit on the low side of that, but when you're spending as much money as we are for a player like him, you're going to have to give him a good wage. He was offered more money to go to Bayern Munich, and I would dare say he was probably offered more money to go to Manchester City, although we don't know that for a fact. But how does that L feel, Bayern Munich fans? Because I've noticed a lot of comments from sarky Bayern Munich fans saying, why would you go to Liverpool? Munich are such a bigger club, blah, blah, blah. How does it feel? Let that sit for a minute. Wirtz wants Liverpool, doesn't want to take the lazy, easy route of going to Bayern, wants to come to Liverpool and win stuff. So hold that L there, folks. WIRTZ is going to Liverpool, said Fabrizio Romano. The deal is almost done. They're negotiating the last details, and we believe the package will come in at about €135 million, making him the most expensive player in Premier League history. How does that feel, Reds? It feels pretty good to me. Some people have said that I think we're overpaying, and truth is, I don't think we'll be able to ever answer that question until we see him in a year or two's time, because if he delivers what we think he's going to deliver, then nobody will be discussing the price, much like with Virgil van Dijk. So let's talk about, well, let's move on to speak a little bit about Florian Plettenberg and how he was buried by, well, this gentleman, Florian Wirtz. I'm sure that you've seen the video earlier on with the post on Instagram to say, I didn't ask for the number 10 shirt and don't believe everything that you read. I love seeing these things, and I love players, well, calling out some of the nonsense that we see in the media. Little bit on Luis Diaz now. Saudi Arabia club Al Nassr have been given the central funding and the go-ahead to make an offer we believe will be about €85 million or about £72 million for Luis Diaz. Now, there's been reports that Liverpool are interested in looking at RAFA LEAO of AC Milan. I can't speak to whether those reports are true or not. Like I've said all the way through, I don't have any information on the top end of the pitch and exactly who we're looking at. But who do we think? Anthony Gordon, I think, is a possible realistic one. RAFA LEAO, I wonder, was that as an option in case Florian Wirtz maybe doesn't work out? And also, in the situation with Ryan Cherky, as we mentioned earlier on, Liverpool and Arne Slot did meet with him in France, but it was something that was already agreed and organised before Liverpool got the breakthrough of Florian Wirtz. So Liverpool were just, well, being nice people, basically, and meeting him. We do think he probably ends up at Manchester City, but again, they wanted Wirtz, we got him. They wanted Szoboszlai, we got him. L's just keep being handed out here by Arne Slot and Liverpool, and I'm very, very much here for it. But with Luis Diaz, it's a strange one. I don't really want Diaz to leave, but if Liverpool have somebody lined up, whether that's Malik Fofana, Anthony Gordon, RAFA LEAO or anybody else, then again, let's go with the plan and see what happens. But for me, I respect what the club are doing. I respect the recruitment team and the plans that they have in place. And I'm a very, very happy Liverpool fan, even with the owners for this summer. We do expect that there will be sales coming in after these three signings to then free up some wages and some space for the likes of a centre forward to be brought in. We also want to say thank you to Caoimhín Kelleher as he completed his move to Brentford today. Fantastic servant to the football club. As an Irishman, was very proud to have Caoimhín Kelleher at the club. Wish him nothing but the best as well on his new endeavour with Brentford. And that is pretty much it for us tonight, ladies and gents. But as we mentioned, we will be back tomorrow. We know that he's playing with Germany tomorrow night, so don't think we'll get the announcement tomorrow, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. Again, thank you for your support. Look at the top corner, 321,000 subscribers because of you, and it means the world to us. So I'll see you tomorrow. Video at 4:30. Stream at 8:45, and then of course the late night news roundup as well. Until then, Reds, have a wonderful day and thank you for your time. Much love. Bye bye.